Channel 5.
Good evening. These are your headlines from 5 News. I'm Natalia Hodkara. 3 9-year-old children and 3 adults have been killed at a private Christian primary school in the US city of Nashville. These are the faces of 2 of the victims of the deadly attack who were shot dead yesterday by a former pupil, Andrew Hale. President Biden has said he wants to tighten gun control, but for victims of gun violence, it's a case of too little, too late.
How is this still happening? How are our children still dying, and why are we failing them? Gun violence is the #1 killer of children and teens. It has overtaken cars.
MI5 has increased the terror threat level in Northern Ireland from substantial to severe, meaning an attack is highly likely. The move is based off an intelligence assessment which looked at the rise of dissident Republican activity, including the recent shooting of a police officer, Detective Chief Inspector John Caldwell. A report has found Rochdale Borough-wide housing was dismissive and discriminatory towards its tenants, with a culture that led directly to the tragic and preventable death of a toddler. 1-year-old Awabi Shark died following prolonged exposure to mold at his home in 2020. The Housing Ombudsman investigation found his home still has problems with damp and mold. Prince Harry appeared at the High Court for a second day today. He's part of a group of celebrities, including Sir Elton John, who are suing the Daily Mail's owner over allegations of phone hacking. Associated Newspapers Limited denied all allegations made against them. Gambling group William Hill has been fined a record £19 million over widespread and alarming failures. The Gambling Commission found anti-money laundering controls were weak and customers were failed. In one case, a person was allowed to open a new account and spend £23,000 in 20 minutes without any checks. And finally, miners in the Democratic Republic of Congo were saved after rescuers used their bare hands to help dig them out when their mine collapsed. In this remarkable footage, onlookers watching the potential tragedy cheered as each man came out to safety, and all 9 miners are understood to have been rescued. That's all from me, but next it's the weather.
Bums. They belong on Cloud 9. Weather on 5, sponsored by Anusol Natural Queen.
Rain becomes confined to the far north of Scotland, although elsewhere rather cloudy with some patchy rain and drizzle. Winds will still remain fresh in the west and south. Temperatures, though, will hold up to 6 to 10 Celsius. A cloudy morning across many areas with some showery bursts. More persistent heavy rain will spread across the West later, Wales, Northern Ireland and western Scotland as gales develop. Mild, though, with highs peaking at 14 to 15 Celsius.
Bum needing its moment in the sun? Weather on 5, sponsored by Anusol Natural Queen.
We are ready for departure.
As British Airways enters its 2nd century, the team are feeling the pressure.
You're going to get flustered now, are you?
To keep Britain's biggest airline flying high.
We run a very, very tight schedule.
From check-in
Unfortunately, it's slightly delayed.
to the cockpit,
We really need this test to come good.
Channel 5 gains exclusive access.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Inside British Airways 24/7. Starts Wednesday at 8 on Channel 5 and My5.
2 sibling lab pups are at war and need Graham's special techniques to bring them to heel before it gets any worse. A new series of dogs behaving very badly continues at 8. Now, GPs behind closed doors, new on Channel 5 and My5.
A beautiful end to every day. Simba Hybrid Mattress sponsors evenings on Channel 5.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's the 3 folks a day.
Just a bit confusing.
And as a tractor coming up, he just smashed into the back of it at full speed.
She must do a lot of things, but she's certainly not confused.
Take that as a compliment, Alex.
I got assaulted 3 years ago, and it triggers me because I think he's coming back up the stairs.
It's human nature that when patients come to see us, they want answers. They want to know what the problem is and how to fix it. When we can give them these things, it's great. But the reality is most of the time we can't. And we have to reassure, we have to explain, and we have to share risk. That's how we build a relationship together, and that's how we can look after people over a much longer period of time.
I think you came to see one of my
I
colleagues
did, yes.
a few weeks ago with some dizziness.
Yes, still the same.
Okay,
No improvement.
sure.
It's when I wake up in the morning, or if I get up in the night to go to the toilet, I feel really dizzy. I don't get it any other time.
So it's just when you've just got out of bed?
Only when I get out of bed, yeah. But I have sort of making some observations because I want to obviously give you as much information as possible. She did say about getting something to clean my ears, but I just got some. It was basically olive oil.
Sure.
That didn't really do anything, but I do feel sometimes. I just feel like there's something. It's not pain. It's not pressure. It just feels like a different feeling here.
Like a fullness?
Yes, it feels really strange.
Sure.
And the other thing, I've been on holiday for a week with the girls to Greece, and I do snore, and that's quite bad. So I don't know whether that's connected.
Let's just have a little look in your
Yeah,
ears.
sure.
I'm just going to have a little feel around your neck first.
It's there. That's where and it,
Not painful when I'm pressing
No,
that,
it's
but
not
that's where
pain.
you're getting
but it just feels different. I can't explain because it's nothing I. To be honest, if I hadn't had the dizziness, I wouldn't probably bother the doctor.
And any blood or discharge from the ears or anything like
Nothing
that?
at all.
And was it hot when you were in Greece?
Oh,
Really hot?
Yeah. Awful. We didn't expect it to be that hot. It was horrendous.
And have you been on holiday again since then?
Yes, I've been to Sitges.
Lovely.
That was fabulous with the girlies.
It's been a great time.
That was unreal. Loved it. Loved every minute.
Let's have a look in your ears and then we'll have a chat.
Yeah. And that feels pressure. That feels when you're doing that. Feels like that could just be, I don't know, me being a wimp.
What's the dizziness like? It's like a light.
It's like I'm drunk. If I get up, I'm like, I feel the root like dizzy, spinning.
Like the room spinning, or just like a sort of lightheaded?
Lightheaded.
Rather than a.
No, the room's not spinning. I just feel like.
And how long does it last for?
Minutes, seconds, not minutes,
not
not long at all.
You've got loads and loads of wax in this right ear.
Right.
With the amount of wax that you've got in this ear, I think you're probably going to have to do it for longer. And with something like olive oil, it's so gentle. You can. I know it says 7 days on the box,
Just
but
I
would just keep on.
Is there anything stronger, or is that you wouldn't recommend anything stronger?
So there's another one that you can get over the counter that's sodium bicarbonate.
Right.
When you put that one in, it sort of fizzes.
Right.
Let's try the eardrops and see if that helps. And I think this might settle down all by itself.
Do you?
But the other thing we could try is a steroid nasal spray, which again you can just buy from the pharmacy.
Okay.
Because that opens up that little tube at the back of your ear.
I'll try the drops, the sodium bicarb.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, I'll try those. Does that stop me in the tracks? And I'm not worried about it, but it's just not normal.
You know, you're not anemic. You're not diabetic. Your thyroid's normal. Your ferritin that measures your iron levels, that was normal. Liver blood tests were normal. So there's nothing there that makes me think there's something worrying going on.
Yeah. No, that's good.
No,
that's good.
Let's try the nasal spray and keep on with the eardrops as
Yeah.
well.
Fine.
Keep drinking plenty of fluids.
Yeah.
And those things aren't improving with that.
Fine. Great stuff. Thanks a lot. Thanks for seeing me. Thanks, Anne.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Thanks, Anne. See you. Bye. It's this door, isn't it?
Yeah.